The finance clause. Unless you have the money to purchase the property sitting in your bank account, you will need to make any purchase subject to obtaining a loan from a financial institution. It is always helpful if you have already obtained pre-approval from a bank or through a broker, but it is important to remember that regardless of what the person you have been talking to with at the bank or the broker tells you, until you have received a formal written offer of finance from the lending institution, you will not know whether you have obtained sufficient funds to purchase the property. I often see contracts where the terms have already been agreed to and where the finance clause is 7 or 14 days. In the current environment, I'm finding that it often takes longer than 14 days for the buyer to obtain a formal written offer of finance. Often a client will say to me that the real estate agent and or the finance broker said that an extension of the finance clause can be obtained if necessary. You need to be aware that the seller does not have to give you an extension on the finance, and you should not rely on this being the case in the current environment. I recommend that you try and negotiate a 21-day finance clause. Now, if the seller insists that they want a 14-day clause, you will need to get started on having the process commenced as soon as possible, so as to avoid the need of requesting an extension for the finance.